to game 3.
Okay, all right. 1437.
Well, logic says SG is gonna win, but my brain thinks that Tundra's gonna win.
Yeah, brain has a brain.
Like, yeah,
I'm checked out.
The top tier brain, you know, like where you just know that they're gonna win because they're Tundra. Yeah, that thing.
Okay, I see. Your higher form of consciousness. Well, I am only a higher form of consciousness, and to be honest, I after last game's performance, I really don't see how Tundra don't win, but maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully this Clinkz mid does work out. Let's see how it goes with our casting duo of Mo Farah and Bcop.
Thank you, Nomad. Mo, do you also have a brain?
A what, sorry?
A brain.
No, I don't have a brain. I don't even have just one brain.
Right. You have one brain?
No.
No? Not even one brain?
No brain.
All right. Well, I think we're at a deficit here. Between the two of us, I don't even think we have half a brain. But
it depends. You have half a brain.
No, I don't. So that's why I said we don't even have half a brain.
I'm looking forward to this game, though. I think SG have lots to prove after game 1. They did not have a good showing, so you know the ball's in their half effectively to try and make things happen here and show that they've actually got what it takes. Tundra are out to prove everybody wrong, though. They want to show that they deserve to be at TI. Unfortunately, they're a little bit too late, but it's what it is.
Ooh. Trying to grab that rune, unable to do so. By the way, when you say balls in your half, now usually in the US I believe that's a basketball reference. Is that a football reference for you?
Well, if the ball's in their half in football, it wouldn't be very good though, would it? Because I assume it's the same in basketball. You want the ball to be in the other half.
Oh shit.
I just messed it up, that was all.
Alright, so bottom lane.
Just yeah.
Ada coming around the back with that level 1 shield crash. Magic missile thrown out with the impale hitting onto the Luna. Okay. Ooh, all right, level 1 Gush. KJ playing this Tide. Interesting. Because we've seen Tides have some pretty stellar games from a higher position, that's for sure. Be interesting to see how it is now with it being not in the off lane that we've seen it so much in.
Is 3-3 in trouble?
He kind of walked into this and then got gushed, and he might be in trouble.
He's fine. Yeah, I think the Tide 5 is very strong, though. I think especially when you're enabling heroes like the Clinkz and the Weaver and whatnot. It's very good. You know, we've seen loads of position 5s recently that are non-standard, quote unquote. You know, we've been watching RNG play before in the OGA China, so we're well versed in these types of heroes.
Yeah, and it wasn't even just them. We were seeing Sorks and like weird things in the 5s all over the place. And they go to this Weaver considering the Bloodseeker was banned in the second phase, right? And I remember when Weaver was like a massively popular hero, you'd see it a lot. And I guess my reference would be the Chinese region. Mugi used to play it, although I'm trying not to talk about Mugi too much these days.
Yeah. Oh no, you're gonna get banned, Bcop.
But yeah, he used to pick it. And I remember the instant Bloodseeker picks would come out right after that. But yeah, Bloodseeker banned. Weaver gets picked up in the 1 position. How do you feel about Weaver in the 1? Is that something that we don't see too often? But like, do you think it can really get it done?
Yeah, I think the hero's okay. No, why not? I'm really shocked. I thought the casters were right in the sense that they were going to put it against the Batrider mid. He's just hit level 4 on the bat.
Oh, ADR, a lot of trouble. The damage.
I felt like that was almost a repeat of last game where he would have TP'd away and not quite made and died anyway, right?
And then just been dead in the lane all of a sudden, just completely goes to the Batrider.
Oh, the bounty route. Easy. Snaking's still level 1 on the Shadow Demon at 3 minutes because he's just been pulling creep waves over and over again. So can't use the disruption to secure it. It happens.
He's trying to stack here.
Yeah, Tide's not letting him though. He's doing a really good job. Like if the Weaver gets to 1v1 a Brewmaster at the same time as you're just messing around with the Shadow Demon, I think that's a really good place for SG to be at.
It's all about I would say how the other lanes go, especially mid.
There's a Carapace on Theodore. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Pops that salve. Fada just being a nuisance with this Pangolier, and we've seen him do this recently, and by recently I mean last game.
I mean, this Luna is just free farming.
Dire's top tower.
It's hard for Tabo to kind of stand and stay in this lane. Now Weaver up in the top lane, throwing the Swarm out. 3-3 is going to be forced to run back. He still has that bug on him.
Yeah, he has the boots advantage though, so able to just run away.
Run away and secure that 32 gold. Easy Swarm.
Oh, Theodore didn't get the courier. Don't think he saw it.
May not have spotted it for the moment. Yeah, like you said, this Luna's really having an open lane, and that's because Fada's been a thorn in the side of SG in this bottom lane quite a bit. He's really digging in.
You have to remember, it's not just the denies either. Like, the Luna has 16 denies. As well as the last hit, sorry. So,
yeah.
It's not just the denies, it's the denies.
I got you.
Not looking good for Tavo at all, and with the Orb of Venom here, they have good chase potential.
Oh, yeah, they're going to chase him. Skitter, he's got Lucent Beam in just a second, and he'll throw it. However, Tavo's got a Magic Missile to throw his way, and also pop the wand to survive. This is going to be rough for him, and what we've seen from a lot of Venges is go quickly boots Ags. I guess the question becomes, do you have the ability to get that Ags at a pretty decent timing? Fada, no Swashbuckle, only a 0-2-1 build with the shield crash at level 2. Ancient will not even make it close.
That's so unfortunate for Theodore. He's like 1 HP after all the creeps attack him. Fada's like, oh, thanks, man.
Really helping you or the Pangolier? I guess we're hanging up with the Pangolier.
Oh, he gets the D ward as well. It's huge. When I read the patch notes, this Pango hero was one that it just seemed absolutely ridiculous, the changes that they made. I don't really understand why. It felt like the hero was in an okay place, and they just made it even better. I don't mind so much. It's a fun hero to watch, right? So that's something at least. DD spawns top, and with 9 having lasso now as well.
Radiant's top tower is under
Clinkz,
attack.
yeah, has to be a little bit careful.
Ooh, shield crash and Spike Carapace. Impale comes out. Oh, the Swashbuckle.
I mean, just
All right.
the 3 points in Lunar Blessing just ridiculous.
And this is turning into what it was in the first game. Already a 1k net worth lead. They've got the disruption. They brought Snake King over. And Fada's already looking for a high 5. Look at that. In the game, looking for a high 5. I got you, Fada.
There was a really funny moment last game as well where he was rolling through on Pango and he was asking for the high 5 as well.
Wasn't that like through mid all the way to past the tier 2?
Yeah, yeah, it was. Tundra looking good again though. Batrider searching for stacks, seeing what he can find.
I have seen patchwork armor before, but patchwork armor?
The 3-3 is hitting that point now where I don't know if he's not going to be quite level 6 yet, but must be getting there on the Brewmaster. And when he hits that level 6, expect the rotation to come through, potentially from 9 even. Well, that's a nice little stack for the Batrider.
103 at level 6, so he's holding 2 points.
He wants to see if he needs to use the beams or Eclipse or whatnot, or if he can just farm jungle, right? The
Magic Missile out on a Fada. Swashbuckle, but the Impale lands onto this Luna. And Spike Carapace stops Skinner in his tracks.
Fada's he's having a great time today, isn't he? Just having fun. They're searching for
level
Tavo.
6.
Oh no.
Skidder took the 2 points in Glaive, so now he's allocated all 6 points.
Should point out, by the way, that Farther's level 5 and Tavo's still level 4 on the bench. That's not a good sign for SG.
Scanning.
The Luna's doubling up the net worth of the Venge as well, but tough situation to be in.
Glaive's bouncing through a core using that spike carapace. He's only level 3 though, so Gush and an anchor smash, is that really going to be enough to offer a team fight here, especially if Brew, who does have a TP, comes bottom and Primal splits?
I think they might have seen him under the Sentry Ward there, I'm not sure, but I mean, they do have lots of minus ammo with the Wave of Terror and the Gush, right? So it could potentially be a kill, but it's not an easy one.
Right. Meanwhile, 9 sitting top of the net worth. Swashbuckle, shield crash, and half your health is gone.
He has all the corrosion already as well. Jeez.
He's also taking the Fairies Trinket, which is a little bit of a surprise considering Batrider took it last game, but he's also holding onto an Arcane Ring, which he's happy to get.
That's what he wants, the Mana Sustain instead on the Batrider. It's 10 in, which is really nice.
Just to be having a good game, he's got himself a Falcon Blade, and going into the Maelstrom next, he's hit level 8 and sitting close to top of the net worth. And now they're going to make that move. They're going to go into the jungle to look for ADR and get the kill onto the Clinkz. 9. It's not the 3 kills he had at this moment in the last game, or really, I think even 4 kills that he had at this moment in the last game, but it's certainly getting there. A half time lapse, so I think they're trying to bait it out of him and get him to time lapse, but he'll Shikuchi up into the northern trees and get away from the hands of 9 and 3-3.
The thing about that Clinkz kill as well was that they didn't even use lasso, right? So they threaten the kill. If he TPs away, they can use the lasso, but if not, the Batrider can still just be a threat on the map and not just have to go back and farm and whatnot. So I like that. This is the rotation that I was talking about, that now Brewmaster has that threat with the
Radiant's
dust, and we'll lose that courier, and there's the time lapse.
It would have been in trouble otherwise. Yeah, so sorry, this is the rotation that I was talking about, where the Batrider comes to play with the Brew and they try and take the tower, because it's the catapult wave as well now, right? So this is the perfect time to do it. Everything coming into line.
They've also baited out. Oh, and entry's closed. The Venge. They've got the lasso swap. All right, Primal split, goes to melee, and he's dead. I hung just because chat was involved.
Did you see what Snake King said there? Hang on, we'll let the fight happen.
Yeah, we'll let the fight happen as 9 ends up dead to ADR. ADR doing a good amount of damage with the Gush as well. The Wave of Terror coming in with the minus armor being a lot there for them, but Fana with the Rolling Thunder coming through and hitting on an ADR as well as KJ. 3-3 taking a lot of damage. Doesn't have the Primal split. Now Snake King trying to output the damage to get the kill on an ADR, and will. So they get 2 for 1 so far. Shield crash from Fana. Looking over at Tavo. He's only level 6. He's disarmed for the moment, but the impale hit from Theo Core. Magic missile. There's the save coming in from Snake King with the last bit of mana that he has. But now the Ravage is out for KJ. And, well, we'll get the kill on a Fana.
And the Weaver's back again now as well, so that's going to be a dead Snake King. Good fight for SG.
Not bad from SG at all.
And they have to commit the numbers, and they lose their mid-tier 1 at the same time because Skeeter's just free-farming this whole duration. They do find kills, which is very important, yeah, and as you can see from the Observer, that Pangolier Rolling Thunder did such a ridiculous amount of damage. Yeah, Snake King said before when it was paused, he was like, can someone tell them we're ready? Because he assumed that SG had them all muted from like the tipping and stuff, and the voice chat lines and whatnot.
And the high-fiving.
It reminded me of the True site, you know, where LGD are like, how will we know if they call GG?
Oh, Snake King coming over, and they're trying to get the kill here on the Nyx Assassin. They'll use that Demonic Purge. Chase is on 3 stacks of Shadow Poison, and now make it a 4th. Bakura is dead. Gone. Buried.
Even want to pop the Vendetta, just accepts his death and wants to hold it for when he's coming back alive again. He sees that the Brew has dust, so
Dire's
makes
top
sense, I
tower
guess.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Have they
attack.
taken the Ancient stack on the Radiant side yet? I assume they have.
There's a single stack there.
Okay.
On both the big camp and the Ancient stack. Speaking of Ancient stacks, we really haven't talked about the Luna in a little bit. Mask of
She's,
Madness, Dragon Lance, ready to go.
And the thing is, it's the Master Madness Lance, but she's also got the like the full efficiency right-click farming build, right? No points in beam, well, 1 point in beam, sorry. No points in eclipse, 144. Let me hit creeps, which I don't mind this game. I think they're causing so much chaos on Tundra with their other heroes anyway. You can afford to be a little bit more greedy.
Dire's top
Man,
tower
Fada's already
is
level
under
8.
attack.
He's having a great time. And the thing is, his spells do a lot of damage, remember?
Dire's top tower is under
Rolling,
attack.
thundering, and going after Theo Akura as they've got Snake King coming through once again with the Demonic Hurt. They have the lasso out onto Costabile. Fada looking for that high five once more. Theo Akura on the run, trying to survive this time. Shadow Poison's being thrown, and Nine's got a flame break in now, and will hit it onto Theo Akura. 5 stacks of the sticky napalm. The impale doesn't land. The spike carapace is there. This Shadow Poison stacking up, and there's the disruption. But Snake King doesn't have the mana for another Shadow Poison. Not going to matter anyway, as Fada gets credit for that kill.
And they're just taking over the game again. I mean, Tava on this event just felt so, like, it felt like it's done so little impact, right? Like the laning stage went so poorly. They haven't been able to translate the Venge into like any kind of map pressure. But, you know, we've seen this hero today. It doesn't have a great start, but then when you get to that Axe, it can still be a massive nuisance.
Yeah.
We'll see if Tavo can do the same.
From what I've seen in the past, sometimes it doesn't even matter about the timing if you just kept it close enough. It could be late as long as the game's within a couple thousand, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised he's going for the points in the passive on the Venge as well. I think most Venges today have gone 4-4-0.
ADR, damage out into Fada. He's level 9 and running, taking a lot of damage with the Wave of Terror hitting him and that minus armor being difficult to deal with. Rolling Thunder comes all the way through, and he's going to want to get down to the low ground. He'll do exactly that.
Just out farming them at the moment still. You see the Brewmaster pushing top lane, Lula's farming jungle. No rush. Oh no, Midas is up, Brew, please.
Efficiency. There it is. Look at that. 9 looking for the lasso potentially on Costabile. Not gonna find him though. He's able to run his way out.
That's a tough kill. Tough is so far off the axe still as well.
Yeah, he is 2,100 gold away from that. It's just not seemingly getting closer quickly. You can see where the net worths lie, and Skitter is just way far ahead at the moment. He really hasn't been touched at all.
I do worry for them about how they're going to deal with the Shadow Demon and Illusions of the Luna as well. Like, they don't really have great illusion clear.
Ward placed down. It's going to spot Skitter. They're going to bring Theo Akura over with the Vendetta. They've got the Weaver in. The Vendetta hits, but there's the disruption as the Impale comes through. They're looking for the Ravage to set that up onto the Luna, but they've got the Eclipse down to defend the damage to get the kill here. Ooh, they will finish off Skitter. He's dead for the first time, but the Flame Break lands on a 2. KJ looking like he's going to be traded. They'll go after the Nyx Assassin, make it 2. 9 with the double. Fada on the run, and Costabile will kill him as well. So a double for both sides. 9. Maybe in a little bit too far, but they've got the disruption. The Shadow Poison is going to Cinder laid down by 33. He's going into the Primal Split. They look to grab the kill onto the Weaver, and they'll find Costabile. 9's only got 100 health. What does Snake King's dead? Tavo's gone, and then they've got 40R or 80R cycloned up into the air.
Ooh, what did Tavo swap? It looked like he was trying to cancel the lasso, but I have a bad feeling he might have misclicked something. I didn't see what it was, but appreciate it. Unfortunate.
I didn't quite see, but maybe we'll get a look real quick.
I mean, that fight started really well for SG. As you can see, like, Tundra know that this Nyx is coming because they have a sentry down, but when the Ravage goes off, they can't get in range to save. And Batrider comes in and gets the double kill, but I feel like it's already a decent fight by SG at that point, right?
So let's see where he swaps.
In the game, though.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder bouncing up. Costabile And they'll get the kill. 9 with another. Looking over Theocore. That flame break's perfect. Shield crash coming down. Theocore dusted up. That Vendetta's not going to work for you anymore. And you may spell Vendetta with a V, but your life ending starts with a D, ends with
Radiant's
F.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
That
fortified.
was awful.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure what that was, Vika.
Dire's bottom
You just
tower-
sometimes you just throw them out and hope they stick a landing. 3-3 though.
Oh, that.
He didn't stick that landing.
I see the power of the minus armor though. Amplifying that Clinx's damage.
Bottom tower
We've seen what
is
that
under
hero can do today. They're actually keeping themselves in it here because it looked like they were kind of down and out, but they're finding these pickoffs, finding openings.
And this is what we've seen from a lot of these Venge games, keeping it within about 7,000, 6,000, and going into the Ags and having that ability to really just disrupt these fights.
The Tides just picked up a blink as well.
So they can really get in there. Really don't think this game is anywhere near over at the moment.
The thing is, if the Dire win one fight, they
Did
take
he
Roche really quickly as well.
Catch
right?
vision on 9. They've got Blink Ravage. And they'll blow it, Blink on top of him, and then get the kill on a 9.
It's a lot of gold.
And yeah, 638.
The thing is, oh, Mr. Bill. Okay. Vata gonna beep out of there.
Yeah. Beep.
The only sad thing about that kill on the Batrider is that the gold went to the Tide instead of the Clinkz, right? They'd have felt a lot better if the Clinkz got the gold, like it's the 638, I think it was. But they'll take any kill they can get at this point, especially on such a big
Radiant's
target.
bottom tower is under attack.
Motivator's picked up for the Clinkz, who's looking to finish off that Gleipnir, needs 600 gold for that. So SG's starting to hit a bit of a power spike. That Blink Dagger already coming in to get a kill, 638 gold worth of a kill, as they took away that spree. You need to be careful though, they're into Roche, and I believe they should have spotted them going into Roche with this ward on the high ground, and they've got the Ags on the Venge, they just need to make their way over. It's not the quickest of Roches, but they're not going over.
Yeah, there's an axe on the Brewmaster though as well now, so if they decide to take a fight, it's going to be really difficult for SG. Which is a bit of a shame considering the position they put themselves in the last few minutes has been really strong, but yeah, this Luna with the Aegis going to feel really good. They kind of need to wait for the Ravage again on SG really before they look to take that big 5-on-5.
Oh boy. You have this Axe, Tavo, now it's time to make something of it, but the rest of the team is not here with you. They'll use that Primal Split, they'll take the first life out of the hands of the Venge, and now they're going to try and chase down the Illusion. This is not a good feeling when you're going to lose that Illusion almost immediately.
Something I didn't think about though as well. Did you see the Dispel on the Storm Panda? It basically does so much damage to the Venge. They have last
Found this Weaver. Goes to be in a lot of trouble. He's got the Axe, the Primal Split again, and 9's going to get a kill there onto this Weaver.
Vata though.
Vata, 2 shots. And another death. ADR claims the life of Vata.
Yeah, great turn of events there for Tundra. I mean, all the hard work that SG put in before feels like it's being undone very quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah. KJ, uh-oh. He's got Blink Dagger, but not anymore. And Snake King's
is under attack.
just doing what he can. Throws out the Soul Catcher, a couple of stacks of that Shadow Poison, has the Demonic Purge. Eating a lot of damage from this Tide, and now 4 stacks. Gush coming in. KJ slowed up. There's another stack coming in. Snake King just trying to stack them up. And, gosh. Feels like the soul is just ripped out of the body of a Tidehunter.
Tidehunters don't have souls, it's fine.
Just like Techies players.
Oh, I see the Venge. Oh, great Impale.
Only downside is they don't have anything to follow it up. They're going to swap. They're going to go for 9 immediately. He'll pop his BKB. He's under the tower for just a second. They go into the Carapace, but there's the Rolling Thunder coming out from Vata. Flame Break pushing back this Theocore Nyx Assassin. They get the kill onto the Venge, but Venge, of course, has that Axe, trying to get a kill here on a Skidder with the help of Costabile. Lucent Beam, 2 heroes gone on the side of SG, and now they're TPing in KJ, who has the Blink as well as the Ravage, but they've got the swap coming in. They'll get the Aegis out of his hands, and now the Blink Ravage will be available. This is with the BKB up for Skitter, so he's trying to wait for the Blink as well as the Ravage, but he doesn't get the BKB off, and they'll get that kill on a Skitter. Oh, dear. I don't know if that's what they wanted, but now they've got the disruption coming through. The Vendetta's going to hit on the Snake King as well as the Wave of Terror. They've got themselves the Spike Carapace going into the Primal Split. Stun lands onto Theocore. They also have the Cinder Brew, so he's burning up. KJ blinks in. Anchor Smash as well as the Gush out on Afada. The Magic Mist is going to be there for the Illusion of Tavo, and now he's back to form. Right clicks from ADR, and they'll get the kill on Afada. So these kills starting to stack up for the side of Tundra. Nine trying to make a way back into this one as he does have Lasso. There's the Gleipnir, and I don't know if Nine really wants this. He's about to have to eat these hands coming in from the side of SG. KJ being swapped out. Tavo now going to be disrupted. Costabile dealing with a little bit of health here, maybe looking to go back in to save the life of Tavo, but again, he's working with that axe, so saving the life of Tavo is just saving the gold. He'll end up dead and now still has the illusion.
He's been dead like for ages on Tavo and Arona, it feels like, but because he has this axe, he's just still alive the whole time. Like, it's what it is. It's fine.
Have to look at his death timer.
Gold for me.
Or time spent dead.
This is the thing you can see about the Clinkz, though, right? That he's really not that far behind in terms of net worth. The most of the difference is between the 4s and the 3s. Right, so the Clinkz, if he's able to get in a good position where the minus armor from the Tide and the Venge come through, he does do a huge amount of damage still. And you have to respect that.
Shard almost picked up for the Weaver. That upgrades the Swarm. Do you think that... I mean, SG have kind of held their own still down 8k, though.
Yeah, they're doing okay. It's getting Lotus on Tide as well. Obviously very good this game. Against the Lasso in particular. Revenge taunts back. Tava's feeling himself finally. This is it.
Yeah, but he's going to be dead potentially for the first time. And now the swap on Afada, which is going to send him up the steps, but they've got the Rolling Thunder to follow him up. There's the Dust on Costabile. They'll pop the BKB on 9. They get the first kill on Tavo, and now they do anything with this illusion, they'll pop down the Eclipse. This isn't the best Eclipse coming out from Skitter, but it will take care of the illusion from Tavo. Now Costabile thinking about going back in. They've got the Spike Carapace that lands on a 9. Do they have the damage to get anything with this? They go to the Primal Split. They've got themselves the Flame Break. Do they have the control to get the kill here onto the Weaver? They might. He's cycloned up into the air. The Fake Grenade thrown by Theocore over onto the Storm Panda. Costabile getting low with the BKB pop, but he ends up going down to 33.
Yeah, time lapse. But I think because he used the Sakuchi, he didn't want a time lapse. He thought he was going to live. Because otherwise he would have put himself back in a position to die without having Sakuchi up.
And a little bit greedy there.
Unfortunate, but good play by Tundra. Again, Father just rolling up the high ground without a care in the world. And with the gem on the brew as well here, this Weaver and the Clinkz not going to be having too much fun. These heroes that normally like, you know, having the ability to move around the fight in Viz.
Right.
Find the right pickoffs, find the right targets. Not so easy anymore.
And that SG fight doesn't go that well with an Eclipse kind of landing on just the illusion of the Venge. But still having to deal with that Ags on the Brewmaster, and it's very tough. Almost has the gold for Shivas.
The ward just died. He was about to D-ward on the Tide. That's so sad. I hate when that happens as a support. Like,
You just watch the gold melt away.
Yeah. Like doubling my net worth. Oh, damn. Oh, Ceremonial Robe, a great item for the Pango.
Book of Flames. The Solar Crest.
Yeah, I love the Solar Crest pickup from the Pango. We've talked about the armor reduction being very key. The SG side, so try and counteract that as much as possible. Does the Venge Ags is it attached to the aura?
Yes.
So if the Shadow Demon gets Ags, and breaks him when he dies, does it still spawn the illusion? I actually don't know. I assume it doesn't. I'm sure I've seen this before, I just can't remember.
I don't think it does, actually. I feel like we saw it today and it didn't.
Stupid analyst.
Haste.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
There's the swap out of Skidder, and now he's going to pop that BKB. Right click's coming in with 9, popping his own BKB. Impale's not going to land because they've got the primal split, the land of the lasso on the Weaver. They go down with the Eclipse, but he's got that time lapse. They get the kill on the Theo Core. Cyclone onto the Tide as they take out Tavo. He still has that illusion. Swashbuckle over, disarming with the Weaver as well as the Clinkz. Bada. Really making this difficult for the side of SG Esports. You're still trying to fight 2-3 really deep in and kind of high and down Costabile. They're going to buy back on Tavo and they'll get this kill on the Weaver, who did not have that time lapse. Now they find ADR who's going to pop the BKB, but the right click damage coming in from Skidder is looking like it's surely going to be enough. He doesn't have buyback either. Diff for 74 seconds. Tavo, who just bought back, is on the run. 9 has a flame break. That'll be right on top, and they're looking to high five Tavo once again as he'll burn out.
I mean, Tundra just looked on it today.
They looked
They
on
look
it for
so
quite some
good.
time.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, we shouldn't be surprised that they look so good. They won the last ESL event, you know? Like, they were obviously going to be heavy favourites coming into this series, but they just look like a class apart, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to SG, I just think Tundra looks so good.
Dire's middle tower.
They look prime, ready to go. And this should be, especially with Shadow Demon,
Dire's structures.
pretty easy to high ground this. And now he's got the Ags. Blink Gush on a 9, but well, they can wait out this glyph and they're going to break into the base. Tier 3 goes down right off the tier 4s, and they're going to just try and finish it right here, right now. Flames bouncing around into the racks, into these buildings, into the towers, and they'll get themselves at least one. Just have to wait on this disruption, make those illusions, and continue to take out both tier 4s at the same time. The BKB pop by Costabile. They'll go to the Ravage, but it's not looking likely that it's going to be enough. Skidder pops the BKB, turns it around to KJ. They get the cover Theo Core. They'll take out Hyde and potentially get him a second time. ADR goes down, and GG's going to be called as